Mm. Okay. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, y'all. How are you? Good evening. Good post Exodus night. How are y'all doing? Let me know what's going on. Hey, Shauna. Hey, everybody. Tell me who is all out here in YouTube land? How are y'all doing? Ooh, I don't know, y'all. I'm tired. Tired. I was like, ooh, I should have went on vacation with Sheeta and Stephanie. So good evening. Good evening. If you don't know me, I am Charisma. Charisma Cares travels the world. Basically, I travel the world with my son who has special needs and a disability. And I basically teach you how to travel the world too, and make passive income from real estate while doing it. So today, hold on, y'all. Sorry. Sorry, y'all, mom duties. So, all right. So, good evening, everybody. Today, I kind of wanted to talk about that post Exodus summit. I know, if you're anything like me, even though me and Shauna over here, we're tired, we are really like ramped up. We're really going with this Exodus summit. Like, we've learned so many good things. We've learned some amazing things. And now we're like, okay, now what do we do? It is so much information out there. I did the real estate. Ashley said you're in the course. Thank you, Ashley. But they were doing everything. You had the feet pics, you had the drop shipping, and I had heard about drop shipping, but I didn't know a whole lot about it. So I did watch it. You had drop shipping. I know I forgot what I was looking at doing. I looked at the expat taxes because I had no idea, y'all. I was supposed to do like different taxes as an expat. I don't know if y'all knew that. I knew like if I lived there full time, but I'm more of a bopper. So I didn't realize that as a bopper, I still needed to do like special taxes. And I need to find somebody that knows how to do expat taxes or can team up with the lady that did them. So it was a lot. It was so much going on. And I kind of want to just kind of go deep dive into that and figure out what we're doing now. So, good evening, good night to everybody that's out here. If you have your water, I have my water tonight. Sometimes I have my wine. Y'all, it just really depends on how I'm feeling, but I am tired from all of this. So, this is a water night. So good evening, good evening. Yes, it was I don't want to say your name wrong, but you said it was full of gems. You said tuning in for a few full of gems. Yes, sometimes girl, we on here for like an hour and a half or so. I don't think this is one of those nights. This is one of those nights we're going to really get it in. We're going to talk about what we need to talk about. We're going to set some goals and we're going to take our behinds to bed. So thank you for tuning in. If you are new, I typically do a live on Tuesday nights. I may be skipping a Tuesday or two because we're actually heading to New York on Friday, and then we're heading to Mexico City the week after that. Internet can be a little iffy, so I got to figure that out. So we'll see if I do live, but typically I do it on Tuesday. If you ring the bell, you'll get the reminders, and just click the like button for me so YouTube knows that you like it. So, first, I want to find out, what are you all doing? Are you planning an exit? Are you planning a sabbatical? Are you planning to just bop around some countries? Or are you like, girl, I just found out about this Exodus thing and found out there was a bunch of black women traveling and doing their thing, and I don't even know where I fit in yet. Like, so where are you? Let me know that. Me, I'm a bopper. So me and my son, we kind of bop around. I'm gonna tell you about me as you type in. Let me know what you all do or what you're looking to do. So me and my son, we kind of bop around the globe. If you all heard my talk, you know that I went to the first summit in 2020, and 2021, 9 months later, y'all, I was up out of here. I was on short-term disability. They would cause me a lot of stress, anxiety, all of that. And I am like, pro, take your short-term disability, take your unemployment, take whatever, because y'all worked hard for this, right? And background, I'm a nurse practitioner, so that may add into it. But COVID was stressful, so I took my short-term disability. I took a month to go to Costa Rica. I took a month to go to Panama. I came back, waited 3 months because I needed to go ahead and sell my property. And there's a certain limitation, like you can't sell before a certain time before you get taxed with those capital gains. And then when I came back, y'all, I left again in December. Went to Colombia. We bopped around a little bit more, and then we went to DR. I was only supposed to be in the DR for a month or two, but met this Nigerian and I got hurt. My shoulder got hurt. And y'all, I ended up being there a little bit longer, but that's another story. Anyway, I'm team single life. So so that's a whole nother story. If you want to know about that, you gotta watch one of the other videos, the date in the Dominican Republic video. Um, so I'm a bopper. So that's what I do. So we're bopping over to Mexico City for Muerta del Dia, Day of the Dead. And then we're going to bop back here to Atlanta. If you're in Atlanta, hey. And then we're going to bop over to Kenya, and we're just going to bop around Africa. So let's go through and see what y'all are saying. All right. Ashi, tell me if I'm saying that right. Yes, I'm still pulling it all together and began a list to do 3 steps from the summit. I am planning a YouTube channel to fund my travel overseas and work remotely. All right. What are your 3 steps? Share those 3 steps with us. And if they're too private, just make them a little, make them a little more, make them larger. So, you don't have to be so private about it. Okay. So we don't have to know all your business if you don't want to. I'm a talker, so I tell everything, but I know that's not everybody. Shonda said, I work remotely and I'm interested in bopping around. Okay. Any particular places you want to bop to? Like no other. Hey, you said, I plan on having my home base here in the States, but we'll bop in. Where do you want to bop to? What, even if you don't know the country, do you know the continent that you want to go to? Miss LGC, just learning about the Exodus. Really like the idea of moving to Mexico. Girl, Mexico is a whole thing. I went to the Exodus meetup. That's why they said I'm like the planner, because girl, I was planning all kinds of stuff for us to do at Exodus meetup. So it was in Cancun, but after I left the meetup, I went to Playa del Carmen because everybody kept talking about it. Girl, Playa del Carmen is a whole vibe. I tell people, if I wasn't a mom with a child under 18, honey, I couldn't get online and talk to y'all about what goes down in Playa del Carmen, because it is a whole vibe. I tell people, you are living like a queen in Playa del Carmen. It's like living in Miami for Timbuktu prices. Like it is so cheap. You get the massage, you get you go, you doing the day parties, every day, you eating great food, and you don't even need a lot of money, honey. Don't y'all. That's why I'm a mom, because God already knew. God knew. You said I haven't traveled internationally, so I need to start there. Where would you be comfortable with traveling to, Belinda? Let's see. Like no other. Interested in Panama. Can you share your experience and why you would or wouldn't recommend it? So I have family in Panama. That was one of the reasons I went to Costa Rica and Panama. My mother's side of the family is actually from there. So I have family there. I always say Panama was the first place I went to, right? So I always say that if I didn't find anywhere else in the world I want to go, I'm going to go back to Panama. I like Panama, but it was too early on for me to stop because I had just started moving around. I like Panama because I feel like Panama, you get the best of multiple worlds, in my opinion. So when I went to Panama, you have Panama City, which is big and bustling. It's like the Manhattan of Latin America. They have all your hospitals, they have all your buildings, they have all your businesses, but there's still water there. There's an ocean right there. It's not an ocean you want to get into. It's very rocky. I believe it's the Atlantic, but so you can still be on the water. You have the riverfront, but then you can go to the coast. So they have two coasts. Cologne is where my family is actually from. It's a lot of Black Panamanians there. Like they literally have skin, I mean, black and smooth. Like it's a beautiful sight. Full Panamanian. So you can live on that side. They're gonna tell you that it's bad because everywhere you go, there's a bunch of Black people. They tell you that it's bad. It's really not. It's the most beautiful beaches in Panama. Then you have the other side that a lot of expats go to. I can't remember the name of it right now, but I stayed out there. If you go in a Panama expat group, all of the people will talk about it. I think it's Gonzala or something that starts with a G. I can't remember it right now, but bring it up later. Or I have YouTube videos on Panama. I do videos about every country I go to. I'm pretty sure I did a tour of the condo I stayed in because I tried local living in Costa Rica. Y'all, I'm a condo chick. Like I need a 2-bedroom with a pool, a beach, and a gym. I'm not a local. I learned that I'm a condo chick when I first left. I said, "Oh no, I'm gonna live with the locals." No, ma'am, no, ma'am. But you can live with the locals, so don't let me tell you not to live with the locals. I want to live with the locals that live in the condos, but I like Panama because I feel like I get a little bit of everything from it. Miss LGC ATL, you say I love Cabo. I've never been to Cabo. Tell us what you like about Cabo. Hop into B&B my home, hoping to B&B my home next year and take a much needed sabbatical. Sunshine, how long do you think you would take that sabbatical for? What would be doable, and what continent or country are you thinking? All right. Shauna said Mexico, DR, Ecuador, Taiwan, Portugal, everywhere. So I've done some Mexico. I've done some DR. Y'all, when I was in the DR and I was supposed to only be there a month or two, I actually stopped in the DR because I was on my way to Portugal. I actually never planned to stay in the DR for 6 months. So you start bopping, girl. You don't know where your bop may stop. Like no other. France, Italy, Jamaica, Panama, Mexico. Check out Peru. I like to house hack and also use my feet to have some fun money. All right, then. Make sure you get in the class so we can talk about investing in real estate. And I know they have a group, an accountability group for the feet. Y'all, it may be like 3 accountability groups. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I had to do my photo shoot, and after I presented, and jumped in. I was getting ready. My daughter just did my makeup, and I was getting ready while Minnie was talking. Y'all, I'm a little too squeamish for that kind of stuff. Minnie was talking about those men sending her money. She had these collection of people that were VAs and balancing stuff out. She said she had lost some weight. She had the nice look. Her hair was good. She be on the phone with these men, and she do that dominatrix. Y'all, I'm too skittish for that. Too skittish for that. So all right, Playa del Carmen. Where did I stay? Playa del Carmen, I stayed not far from Fifth Avenue because I wanted to be in the midst of it all. I stayed at the Kayak Soul. I really loved it. It was not expensive. It was beautiful. It had a rooftop pool, and they did rooftop pool parties. I was right across the street from everything. And if you look under my Cancun or my Mexico, I did a review of that hotel. So it's a quick review. You can actually see the room. I talk about the shower because the shower head was not meant for the Black woman's hair, in my opinion. I showed a pool and everything. So that's going to be under my Mexico videos. But you can see that in Cancun, I actually stayed with the ladies in a hostel. It was the Mayan Monkey Hostel in Cancun. My understanding was that it was good for a hostel. Again, you learn yourself with these experiences. I am not a hostel chick. I'm more of a hotel chick. I'm not a hostel. I'm just too, again, I'm too squeamish. Like, I like stuff clean in its place. It's a lot of stuff that you get to know yourself when you start doing these things. So I'm not a hostel chick, but if you're a hostel, like those hostels, like 20 some dollars a night. So if I could be a hostel chick and I ain't feel like I was sleeping in a coffin, then I would do the Mayan Monkey. If you're just joining, make sure you like so YouTube knows you like. Make sure you subscribe and ring the bell so you know when we go live again. Today is just a Q&A, and we just out here talking and making plans. Yeah, check out the video on Panama. I crossed the Panama Canal to Costa Rica. So I actually crossed the bridge with my son. I pushed him across in his wheelchair. It was hot. It was a lot, y'all. It was not as easy as the people made it seem to cross the canal, especially considering I had a wheelchair and luggage. Condo chick, convenience and amenities. Yes. Oh, New Zealand. That sounds cool. So, geography ain't my thing, girl. Where is New Zealand? You filled out Minnie's questionnaire. Okay, Shauna, what was on Minnie's questionnaire? We need to know. We want to know what was on there. I'm curious. My 3 steps: plan my YouTube video schedule to launch by December 22, continue updating resume, apply for remote opportunities by the end of 2022. First BOP goal is Portugal. Okay, cool. Are you in the YouTube accountability group? I actually joined that accountability group. I know they said they're going to meet twice a month. I don't know that I can do twice a month, but I'm at least going to do once a month. And ladies, if you haven't gotten into accountability group, make sure you get into one, no more than 2. You want to be able to stick with it. Make sure you get those accountability groups. If you need to do coaches, classes, because these things can be life changing. I do coaching calls. I use Stephanie as my coach, and I'm telling y'all, my money is so worth it when I'm done. It really is. Like, at first, I'd be like, "Oh, that's so pricey," but when I tell you, it is worth the money and gold to have somebody to give you their knowledge that's seamless to them at this point, right? But they give you their knowledge, and then you step forward 6 months. You get in 1 hour, you gave me 6 months worth of information. It would have taken me 6 months to figure that out, if not more. Like, I'm like, whether you get a coach, you do a class or a course or accountability group, but you have got to you want to do something to make these steps go by quicker. You don't want to have to You don't want to have to wait too long. You don't want to be spinning your wheels for 6 months and then you look up and you, girl, Ashay done went to Portugal and you over there still trying to join the Facebook group. You ain't trying to do that. You trying to be over there in Portugal with her on the beach because it gets cold in Portugal. So y'all mess around. She gonna be over there when it's warm, and by the time you get it together, it's gonna be cold. You said only interested in feet pics, girl. Yeah, okay. You said and not the talking and all that. Yeah, I'm like, I got this tattoo. Because she was like, "Do you have any identifying marks?" Well, hell, I'm already caught. And then I forgot what the other lady was, but she was saying they can tell by your background where you are. I'm not that savvy. Like I'd be over here like, oh, look at this. Look at, I just wouldn't pay enough attention. I don't want no random knowing where I am. No. Questionnaire, girl, let us know where this questionnaire is. Okay. Cabo has great beaches, food, art scene. I even love the grocery store. Weather was perfect. Whale watching at the first of the year too. So which side is Cabo on? Because I know like the side with Cancun and all of that, their beaches get a little funky in the summer because they have all that seaweed and I forgot what it's called, in Dominican Republic too. And then they have the hurricanes. Is Cabo an area that's free of the seaweed and the hurricanes, from summer to fall? Or is that one of those areas where you want to go there certain months and then you want to leave before all of that stuff starts to hit? Hey there, Natasha. How are you? Thank you for joining us. New Zealand is near Australia. My daughter wants to go to Australia so bad. I think I have a friend in Australia. She said those big raining spiders, that's really a real thing, girl. I ain't going to Australia. We not about to be raining raining spiders. This is why I don't go back to Costa Rica, y'all. I can't do animals and reptiles and all of that. 2 trips to Costa Rica was all I needed. Okay, like no other, Minnie's assistants sent emails to people on the wait list. They might be doing it in waves though. Girl, it's a wait list to learn how to do those feet pics. Minnie is doing it. She making money all the way around. She is making a whole empire. Girl, I need to be like her when I grow up. Thought I rolled through. Hey girl, how are you? So right now we are talking about our plan. Where are you going? Where you want to go? Are you doing a sabbatical? Are you doing full time? Are you bopping around? So we're just kind of throwing out our ideas of what we're doing. You did the YouTube challenge. I did the YouTube challenge also. I did her first challenge. I think it was like October. I rolled out my channel in December and I'm actually doing pretty good. I'm almost up to 1,000 subscribers. So y'all make sure y'all subscribe now. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share, ding the bell, anything else there is to do. Okay, she sees her. Oh, like no other. You almost missed your chance for the feet pics, girl. You better get on it. You joined the YouTube accountability group today. I did too, so I'll see what happens. Baja Sur, California Baja Sur. Okay. All right. Hey girl. Hey. How are you? You said Minnie is making money 24/7 in all time zones. She is doing the damn thing over there. Y'all, if I can figure it out, let me get this voice together. Hey, boo. No, I'm just playing. Y'all don't pay me no money. This is how I act on a regular basis. So this is simple for me. This is just how I am. All right. Minnie's intake form asks if you're currently on any adult sites, if you're interested in one-on-one group workshops, if you're interested in cook, girl, I don't even know what that is. Coding? Did I miss that? I think I need to go back and read again. Coding, nylons, or age play. Okay. Feet fetish, dominatrix, combo pics, and videos, or if you're open for anything. All right, now, y'all. All right. All right. So I'm staying in my little real estate lane over here. I'm gonna stay over here with the real estate people. And I'm gonna stay over here with the doing some stocks. I want to try to do some more stocks. And then I'm going to boost up my courses. But while y'all become millionaires, just talking and sending pictures. See, this is the problem. I need to learn how to work smarter and not harder. But I really have to say I admire y'all because y'all about to be over here getting the bag. Um, I can't do the bag. I can't. I need to. All right. Last day of sabbatical was June 1st. Currently fixing my house to rent it out while traveling. Kudos. Are you doing the course to find your first tenant? Let me know. Or I seen your name though. I've seen your name. So I don't know if we're doing one-on-one coaching or what. You gotta she said I gotta show off these feet to invest in real estate. Girl, I'll show you where your money is. You got some money you may not know about. But girl, if all you gotta do is show those feet, honey, go ahead. Get those pretty toes out there. I ain't even mad at you. Hey, Bree. I am not mad. You said I took Danny's class last month and I have an account on Night Flirt, but it isn't live. I want to follow up with Danny so she can give me some feedback before going live. So are you doing feet pics or what are you doing? Shauna, that's a plan. That's a plan. Hey Helen, how are you? All right, y'all. So we're going to New Zealand, we're going to Portugal, we're going to Mexico. We're doing a little Costa Rica. So we got a couple of countries in there. We're doing some sabbaticals, some are doing some bopping around. So I like that. That is good. None of y'all said y'all coming to Mother Africa with me, but that's okay. But if y'all want to come to the Exodus Summit, it's supposed to be in Morocco. So y'all may be coming to the motherland in Morocco. So because that's where I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be all up in Africa, all up and through there. So that's good. So the next question I have. So I kind of took this from some of the speakers that came in, Stephanie, Sheeta, and some other people. What is your dream life? What does your dream life look like for you? That is the question. What does it look like for you? Um, that's it. What does it look like? So while y'all are putting that in there, what does my dream life look like for me? So I have to tell y'all, when I started this, I had a plan, but I didn't really have a plan. Like I had a plan, but the plan kept failing. Like every time. So y'all, I'm a realist, right? So when you come on my channel, you really gonna get the real. Like everybody else gonna tell you how wonderful this life is. I'm gonna tell you sometimes this shit sucks. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Life is going to hit you in your behind, and you are not gonna be ready. I have some videos where I'm like something like the truth as an expat, dealing with failure as an expat. I just like to be real when I'm out. So when I'm out and about, you are going to see that I am going to be real. There are times where the ATM is going to eat your card. So you need to make sure you have another one. You're going to miss flights, y'all. I have never missed as many flights as I missed in last year. I had never even missed a flight before until this last year. You get to the point that you just be like, oh, well, I guess I'll get on the next one. You don't even care no more. The first time you're gonna be like, oh my God, I missed the flight. Girl, then you're gonna be like, honey, when is the next one? Y'all just gonna transfer me over. Let me just go to this hotel real quick. So you're gonna have stuff happen, but the question is, what does your dream life look like? And what is your why? You hold on to that why because every time something happened to me, when the ATM ate my card, when I couldn't send myself money, Western Union, when I couldn't get an Uber and we had to walk with the wheelchair, when I had to do all of these different things, never did I, even though I may have said, should I go back to the United States? Never did I say I want to go back to the United States. So make sure you know what that dream life looks like for you. For me, I'm going to bop around until I find home. I feel like Kenya will be my home, and that's my place that I really want to be at. However, I've never been to Africa. Like you would think I have the way I talk about it, but I've never been to Africa. When I left DR, Dominican Republic, I actually came back here to invest more in real estate. So to buy more real estate, do more syndications, and that's pretty much what I'm doing. But I came back knowing I would leave again in January, and I will take a little break from America, which is why we're going to Mexico City. So, what does your dream life look like? Like, what are you thinking? And I'm gonna go back up here and see. Helen said I'm hilarious. Anissa, I remember, yes, we were in the YouTube group because you said your I is not supposed to be in your name. So Anissa, I did see you from the YouTube, and you said I'm gonna be all over Africa. Let me know because I'm doing 6 months to a year. Um, I so what I did was, Sandra, I purchased a wheelchair, an electric wheelchair for my son. I did like I'm very big in the special needs community where I live. So on our Facebook group, I asked if anyone wanted to donate towards the wheelchair because the wheelchair was pretty expensive, and a lot of people just donated because my insurance, the doctor was actually like, we don't think he can operate a wheelchair. And I'm like, my kid can operate a wheelchair. I think as the mother that's been with him since birth, I kind of would know. So, and then it was going to take them a long time. So that's what I did. I didn't do like a GoFundMe. I just asked if people wanted to donate. And I had all kinds of people donate. I had companies donate, and I do the electric wheelchair. It actually folds flat. If you're interested, because I never remember the name of it, but if you're interested, message me on IG charisma underscore cares, or on Facebook, Charisma Freeman, and let me know you want to know the name of the wheelchair, and I'll send it to you. Shauna's gonna bop around. Yes, be free and bop, girl. Natasha says not feet pics, taking calls, chat messages. Yes, girl, get it. I love it. Yes. We're in Africa. I bought land in Ghana. I'm looking at buying some investment property in Rwanda. So Wanda is on my list because I got to do something in Rwanda. Did y'all know that Rwanda is a woman-run country primarily? It is over 60% woman-run country. It is considered, if not I think it's in the top 3 of the cleanest countries in the world. This is going to be a place that if you ain't invested in no real estate, you better get some real estate over there. So when I go to Kenya, I'm going to stay in Kenya probably for about 3 months, as long as I like it. I'm going to make a detour over to Rwanda because I'm thinking about getting some real estate over there while it's still cheap and getting into business. You can get a business license, they said, in minutes online in Rwanda. So I'm definitely going to be over there. I'm not necessarily going to stay there because I don't know, I'm a little iffy about staying there, but I'm definitely going to make it over to Rwanda. So at first my focus is East Africa, and then I'm going to come down that loop, come down to South Africa, but it depends on the weather because I don't really like cold weather, and South Africa gets cold. So I'm probably going to stay in Kenya, do Rwanda and Uganda first. I may take a detour up to Dubai because it's like $100 and something round trip from Kenya to Dubai. Y'all know plane tickets are cheaper once you leave the States, right? Y'all, we overpaying over here. Then I don't know if I want to stay in Tanzania or not, or if I'm just gonna go and visit Tanzania, because the way that I do my travel, for me and my son, we do better with a place that we stay. I get a sitter, I get somebody, sitter, clean the house. You do cook, girl, they be cooking and everything. It be real cheap too. um, so I get a place that we stay, and then we do what I consider vacations. So we'll probably do like a vacation to Dubai, a vacation to Uganda, a vacation to Rwanda. And then I may move down to Tanzania and stay there because I've seen some nice things there, but it also depends on pricing. But I have a girl that I met. She stays in Kenya on the coast of Mombasa, and she's only paying $500. $500 a month, and then she pays $300 a month for her son to go to private school. And she stays in a 2-bedroom condo on the beach, y'all. So she over there living like a queen. I'm telling y'all, the United States got y'all over here. I don't know. I don't know. I'm like, oh, let me get this property and get up out of here. And people wonder, why do I come back to the United States to invest in property? Because property is cheaper overseas. Well, a property overseas may cost me 40, 50,000. I can take that same 40, 50,000 and leverage it here in the US, buy 3 different properties because all I need is a down payment. So that's why I come back here, buy properties, invest in syndications, and then I'm up out of here. So I needed to boost all of this up so I can be up out of here for at least a year. So, but yes, let me know when we're gonna be in Rwanda. Um, you said want to go back to the U. Do I want to go back to the US or should I go back? I'm not sure when you made that comment, so clarify that for me. Buying property abroad. Like in the Dominican Republic, I do have a plug there. So if somebody wanted to invest there, there's actually a video where I interviewed the lady and her contact information is there, and you can buy property in the DR. I'm considering Mexico, but I would do Playa del Carmen because it's right there by Cancun, and you can take the boat to Cozumel. So and people stop there on cruises. So I'm thinking about Playa, but it just depends on how much it is. Girl, she's on all the continents. Wait, isn't there 7 continents though? Is my geography wrong, y'all? Is it 6 or 7 continents? Doctor seems to never believe special needs children will be able to do anything. So annoying. Honey, they get tired of me. I think they write on my son's chart, mother difficult. Like, cause I just be like, let's see, overpaying for flights in the US is like, girl, yeah, it is. It's ridiculous how much we pay. Rwanda, yeah, definitely spend some time there. It's on track to be the Singapore of Africa and incredibly safe. So I plan to spend a few months there and Tanzania. It is. It's because it's woman run. It really is. It's amazing. Let's see. Now you Shauna said, "Oh, I'm coming over to the motherland now." NBA Africa just opened. Girl, I'm telling you, I'm going over there to get me some properties. One of the girls that I met in the Exodus Summit, I don't think she's on here tonight. She's going to go to Rwanda. So we'll probably meet up there in January or February. It's really safe. If you want to go with me, let me know. I will travel with you. Wait a minute. I need to be included in the group of meetup in Rwanda. If y'all just joined it, make sure you like and click the bell so you know when we meet up on Tuesday evenings. Well, nights, something like that. Yeah, I need to be in that meetup group. Are we making a meetup group? Natasha, go ahead and make that Facebook group and throw us in there real quick. Not interested in Antarctica. This is true. That's right. That is the other continent. Do people live in Antarctica, y'all? Do people live in Antarctica? I don't know. Syndications, did you have to get formal training to ensure you are a knowledgeable investor before you were able to invest? I joined an investment group and was told that no, they lied. So if that's the end of your statement and they told you that you have to get formal training, they lied. They are liars. You do not have to get formal training to invest in syndications. You have to have money. You can invest in good syndications. You can invest in bad syndications, but you can definitely invest in them. They just wanted you to pay them. I'm sorry. We need to go ahead and plan this one. Yes, y'all go ahead and make that group and throw us in there. Sometimes the Americas are counted as 1 instead of 2. Not South America and North America. +1 on like no one others question. And also, do you think you will be able to do a class specifically on syndications? I am. I did not know y'all would care that much about syndications. I literally threw that in at the last minute. When I was like, I talk fast and I won't be talking enough. So I actually wasn't even planning on telling you all about syndications. And it's like, y'all were just like, wait a minute, syndications? So I have a couple of them now in a few states. I am going to do a class on it because there's a lot of interest in that. It won't take a couple of weeks. It'll probably be like an hour or two class, maybe just an hour, to give you what you need to know to invest in syndications. And then, yeah, so to give you that and let you know what to look for, what to watch out for. Um, I will do that. It will be November or December. Maybe not November because I already have the two classes. Maybe December, but I will do it before the year is out. So if you're not on the mailing list, go to charisma-cares.com and get on the mailing list because I'm just going to send it through the mailing list. So that's good to know. And you said that was the part that stood out, probably because nobody knows about it. It's like the best kept secret. In order to invest in syndications, yeah, I figure it's part of their fee for entry to the group. Passive investing in apartments is ideal. And yes, syndications isn't even just apartments. I invest in, if you're familiar with Atlanta, I have investment on the Beltline. That's a commercial property. It's actually a building where people lease out the space. You can invest in storage facility. It's a lot of different things you can invest in with syndications. So make sure if you're not on that mailing list, get on there. You're working with the top real estate investor in Rwanda. If you're interested, let me know. Yes, Natasha. Send me a message. You can do, if you go on my website, all my contact is on there. Charisma-cares.com. You can do my Facebook, you can do Instagram. Send me a message because I do need I would like to meet an investor out there that's investing in Rwanda because I'm definitely buying something out there. I go where the money go. So I'm trying to be like Stephanie and do as little as possible. That's my life, honey. Uh, in order to invest with syndications. Yeah. So we talked about that. The continent info was courtesy of Alexa. Yes to Alexa. Come on now. Come through, Alexa. Alexa be out here making it happen. Um, let's see. So what did we talk about? We talked about everything. Anything else y'all want to talk about? Just throw it in there. But we talked a little bit about what your dream looks like if you're doing a sabbatical, if you're going full time, if you're bopping around, even if you're just gonna go and stay in one place. Everybody don't want to bop around. If you bop too much, it can get tiresome and you just start spinning. So one thing that I learned for us is that 2 to 3 months actually works better than a month. At first I was like, girl, I'm going here for a month, there for a month, there. That gets tiresome. So be mindful of that. Write down where you want to live, the details of your life. So one thing that I found was that even though I like to live on the beach, I like to have a city nearby because I want to go to the mall. And y'all, if you've never been to a Latin American mall, it is completely different than the malls that we have here. A Latin American mall is just amazing. They be having like this huge food court. They got a whole fair in there. I've been to an aquarium in the mall. They got the Ferris wheel. They got the one that goes around and around. It's Latin American malls are amazing. So I need to be in a close to a city because I need to be able to get to the mall. I need somebody to braid my hair. I need to get my nails done. I need to get my eyebrows done, and I need to I get the lashes when I'm here. I don't get the lashes, but I may get the lashes when I leave because in the DR I was paying like $10 for my eyebrows, the eyebrow makeup that they do, and my lashes. Y'all, I need that in my life. When I'm here, I'm just like plain Jane, honey. When I go overseas, no, I need my nanny and I need somebody to cook. and clean, and I need to get my nails and my hair done and all of these different things. This is what my life looks like. So when I was listening to Adelia and she said, write down everything you need to do, y'all, when I'm overseas, I need to do more than I actually do here. Because, and the reason is it's so cheap. It's kind of like, how can you not do it? I went and got my hair and my nails done and my pedicure, and I think I had paid $50. Like, I did a video on a blowout. I did a blowout in the Dominican blowout in the Dominican Republic. And I think I spent like $50 for all of that, y'all. Hair, nails, pedicure, $50. So it was just kind of like, I need that lifestyle. But that's what you find out about yourself. You said you masseuse in Colombia and PDC, girl. Yes, they be doing the best, and they don't skimp on their work. They gonna give you all of everything for those $40. Colombia is even cheaper. When I went to Colombia, when I tell y'all, I had my daughter with me at the time. She's 19 now. So it was me, my son, and my daughter in Colombia. The most expensive meal we ate in Medellin was it was like $25. That was the most expensive meal we had. It was so, and that was all three of us. It was so cheap. It was so cheap. You said, brave for chatting. I would love to travel to Rwanda. I'm totally open for planning a trip. However, if the internet isn't good, I'll have to strictly be on vacation. Okay. Yeah. I think in Rwanda, the internet's pretty good. Kenya's pretty good. Places like Uganda may be questionable, but your bigger cities are. But that may be something that we need to ask. Y'all didn't make a Facebook group for us yet. We need to go ahead and do this Facebook group for this meetup while I'm in Africa. I'm leaving in January. I already got somebody that want to meet over in Rwanda. We can meet over there. Let's do February. Let me get my feet wet in Africa first. So, okay. The other thing is, what are you good at? That was another question that came up in the summit when they're saying to figure out what it is that you're going to do to make your money. Figure out what it is that you're what is it that you like to do? I'm good at talking. I'm good at researching. I'm good at learning things. I'll read about stuff and I can deliver the information. So for that reason, I'm actually going to what am I doing? I'm doing the course where I turn my course into I forgot what it's called. Somebody may be able to tell me what it's called, where you basically take your course and you put it on a site, and then people can watch your courses over and over, or subscription based. So I'm looking at doing that. So what are y'all good at? Which one of these things are you taking and running with? I know you all said the feet pics. Some of you all are going to do real estate. What else are you all doing? YouTube. I know we're doing a YouTube challenge. What else are you doing? Shauna said the internet's really good. Your business coach is in Rwanda and has no problems. You can work and play while you're there. Natasha, we need to know all about this because I'm going to be all up and through Rwanda. Like, I have got to get some investments done there. So what are you good at? What did you decide? And what we talked about our goals. I think we got through a lot of this. Oh, a travel agency, Winnie. Do you know who your audience will be? Do you have a target audience that you are looking at? And are you already a travel agent? And if you are, drop your information in the chat. Okay, I have cash from the sale of a property in LLC, and I have excellent credit, but I'm not working. I like to buy money. I like to buy a property to house hack, a hard money loan. Why would you do a hard money loan? That's going to be the highest interest rate. Is it because you're not working and you don't have income to show the bank? Tell me, why are you looking at a hard money loan? Yeah. Because if you can do a bank loan, be it FHA or conventional, you'll have a much lower interest rate. And okay, we talked about the internet. All right, lady, I think we got most of this in here. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and make sure you click the bell so you know when we do this again. Like I said, I normally do it Tuesday evening, but I'm about to head to Mexico and New York, so I probably won't be doing it next Tuesday. I gotta go to Mexico to finalize my Mexican temporary residency between January and June. Then I can go anywhere. Yes, yes, woo woo. Let's see. What did you have to do your temporary residency? How long did that process take? Hard money to avoid high amount down. Hard money normally requires you to put more money down. A hard money lender, yeah. It normally requires you to put more money down, and then I don't know. I'm not like no other. I don't know that I would go that way. Um, you said you can save thousands and can close sooner. You can definitely close sooner. And yes, that I can see if you if you don't have the income. And that's what, yeah, that's the thing. If you're not doing that W-2 job, you can close sooner. The saving thousands, it normally costs you a little bit more to do hard money. Rwanda Meetup 2023, ladies. That's what we need to do. Rwanda Meetup 2023. Make sure y'all join that on Facebook. Let's see. Like no other, you said, especially when you rehab the property. Okay, I thought you just wanted to do house hacking. I didn't know you wanted to do a rehab as well. Okay, well, I get it. It really depends on who your hard money lender is. Okay. And then Natasha, good at planning trips, tours, and retreats. You have an interactive cocoa tour business in Ghana. That's awesome. That is amazing. Oh, wow. So you've been on the continent quite a bit. Is that the case? First appointment in Mexican consulate here in Vegas is December 16th. Then I'll have 6 months to get to Mexico to finalize. Okay. All right. That's cool. All right. And okay. So yeah, she just created one, the Facebook group. Beginning TA, not sure my niche, looking to service Black women. Okay. That's cool. And you can even niche that down with Black women. You can do, certain kind of trips or certain locations. That's pretty cool. Let's see. I wanted to find the Facebook group so everybody knows about the Facebook group for Rwanda and post that. Where is it? I'm sorry, y'all. There we go. Rwanda Meetup 2023. Let me write that down too. So make sure y'all write that down. For us that are meeting up, we done created our own accountability group. Yes, I love it. Okay. Let's see. She said the internet is good. Let's see. We did that one. Planning trips. Okay. Going back. Oh, Natasha's been going back and forth for the past 6 years. So Natasha, where else have you been outside of Ghana? I think that's pretty cool. Tell us a little bit about your experience. Okay, and you sent me the link to the group. I love it. Look at us creating our own group. I love that you've been, yeah, I love this. We're all doing this. And ladies, you don't forget that most of the time, if there's a place you want to go to, it's people that's already been. You get in these groups, you start chatting, you can ask ladies in the Exodus, not the Exodus Summit 2022, but make sure you're in the big Exodus Summit group. And a lot of those ladies have been in different places. So you can just type in that big Exodus Summit group and you talk to them and ask them, is anybody here, like, if wherever you're going, is anybody here right now, would anybody want to meet up? Because technically you don't have to just get to that place and you're a stranger. You get to that place and there's other women and you can meet up, y'all start chatting on Facebook. Like, I've made so many friends, going to the Exodus Summit in Mexico, or just chatting on Facebook. Even if y'all aren't there at the same time, they give you, they'll tell you, oh, you want to do this, stay away from this place, go to this place, make sure you eat here or there. So there's so many different ways to actually get there and discuss and figure out who's on the ground that you would actually be able to meet up with and talk to. So it's not like you're going to this land and nobody's there. Even in just the regular Facebook groups, a lot of time when I go, I'll just type in Mexico, like I'm going to Mexico City expat group, Black women in Mexico City, Black people in Mexico City. Sometimes I'll do BIPOC, BIPOC, or people of color. Like in Portugal, their group is POC Portugal, or people of color Portugal. So that's another place that you want to look at and start making connections and talking to people. One of the girls I talk to almost every day, she's in Detroit. We met in the Blacksit group. Think we met in the Blacksit group, girl. Now you would think we best of friends. We have never met in public, girl. We be on there talking about everything on our little WhatsApp. One of the other girls, she lived in Alabama. I invited her and we went to a conference together, a real estate conference together. When I first got back, I went to a real estate conference in Chicago. So we went to this conference together, and then now she's in Kenya and we talk every so often. She waiting on me to come to Kenya. So you meet these different people and they become best of friends. Now your friends you have now, some of them are gonna fall off. So just be ready that some of these people are gonna fall off. I even had a friend that told me she couldn't be my friend anymore because I was leaving. I was like, but girl, the phone still works. She was like, but she was like, well, we hang out all the time. We do different things. And now you're leaving and you're going to have a different life and you're not going to have time. And I'm like, how you predicted all of that? Like, I don't understand. How did you really predict all of this or tell yourself all of this based off of me leaving? Like, this is no different than me going to a different state. Like, you wouldn't see me all the time then. So, some of your friends are going to change. Some are going to fall off, but your ride or die, they're going to be with you. Like, when I come back, my ride or die, I had a friend. We've been friends since high school. When I get here, we are together at least once a week doing something. We hanging out, we having fun, we doing whatever. Like, it's you're really going to understand those relationships. They're really going to make a difference. It is going to hurt like hell, and it's going to be sad when you lose some of those friends that you thought that y'all were like this. It is. I'm just going to let you know that now. But you are going to meet so many new friends. Like Anissa said, Raven and I met on Facebook 10 years ago, never met in person until I saw her in the PDC group. That's what I'm saying. Like, they are your best friends. Y'all, it's phone, it's text, it's WhatsApp, it's Facebook. Girl, I'm like, honey, if you want to meet up with me, you will. Jay Essence, she's in Rwanda and started an org called My Cousin Connection. I'm going to look that up. Let me write that down. Jay Essence. Depreciation value to offset your LLC taxes. I am familiar, but not extremely familiar with it. I always do upgrades in my house and I keep it on track. So normally I have the write-offs. So I don't necessarily have to, but I don't do the depreciation. I allow other people to do that. I don't know the specific numbers for the depreciation. That gets very specific, and I don't want to do anything incorrectly. So I just pay the people that do. I have the tax person that I use. specializes in real estate taxes. So he takes care of all of that. So I just have to tell him what I did. Let's see. Senegal, Sierra Leone, Gambia, Cape Verde, Zanzibar. That's awesome. Look at her. And you said always looking for business opportunities. Girl, I need to get on your mailing list. Where's your mailing list? That is the list I need to be on. This is Black Girl African Pride Magic over here. Natasha is over here doing the damn thing, y'all. I need to be on her mailing list. Natasha, go ahead and let us know. We need to be friends on Facebook, Instagram. I am trying to be like Natasha when I grow up, y'all. Girl, Shauna said, I know, right? Yes, honey. She is all over. I love that. I love that Exodus is just this group of Black women just living their lives, living their dreams however they want to. You can come in, you can have your afro, you can have your twist, you can have your weave, your braids. We got in one group, one girl was finishing braiding her hair. And you know what? Nobody was like, oh, what you doing? It was like, girl, I understand. When I had to take these braids out, it was a thing for me too. Like, the thing is, it's like, but had we been in a group with others, it would have been like, oh, what's that? What are you doing? Da, 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 da. But it's like, no, because this is us. This is what we do, and we are out here living our best lives. I had a chat with one of my male friends today, and I didn't like his vibe with his opinion on Black women that's out here living their best lives, even without a man, right? Because it was kind of like, those are those Black women that they're like, I don't need a man. Well, boo, it's not that we don't need one. I mean, we may want one, but we don't have to have you to live our best lives. Some women are married, they're in relationships, and some are single. But at this point in our lives, we have decided we are doing us. We are tired of doing everything for everybody else except for ourselves. We are doing it for ourselves now. So don't be mad about that. Don't be mad. Like, we didn't say we didn't want you, we didn't throw you away. What we said is we ain't waiting around anymore. I've met some women, they travel with their kids, they're married, their husband is back in the States working. When they have vacation, they come and visit, and then they take their behind back and work. But she is still out there. I've met a couple of women out there like that. They still out here doing the damn thing. They are living their lives. And I'm like, kudos to you. Kudos to you for not saying, I have to stay here and do this. Like, you traveling with 2-3 kids. Like, sometimes with one, I'd be like, oh, it's a lot. But you're traveling with 2-3 kids, and your husband is in the States. He just comes and visits. So yeah, kudos to the Black woman that has now decided, I don't have to work as hard. I don't have to be everything to everybody. I don't have to bust my behind, and I don't have to focus on getting a man if that's not what I want right now. That man may come along. I don't know where mine may be. Mine may be right here in Atlanta, or maybe over there in another country. But right now, my focus is in me. And you know what? I have learned that I get so many things, so many blessings when I'm just focusing on myself. When I'm focusing on me and my kids, so many things come to me. When I'm not looking for somebody to date, somebody always come along to date. These things come, when you're sitting up there and you're focusing on bettering yourself, increasing your spirituality, getting your bag, just bricks on top of bricks. When you're focusing on this, all those other things that's for you, that's meant for you, will continue to come. So I'm like, honey, whatever. You just gonna have to be mad at us, because you're right. It's not enough. He's not enough to hold us back. The Black man is not enough to hold us. No man is enough to hold us back anymore. You ain't got no passport? Oh, sir. And that's what, this is another conversation that we had, because I was like, you do know that all over the world, men love Black women. And he was adamant that that was not the case and it's only a select number of men. No, boo, they love Black women. I had a African man tell me that Black women are running the United States. They said it's a woman run country. And you know that when you have a woman, she is going to be about her business. She got her ducks in a row. She's going to have things in order. But I mean, she's just amazing. She is that full circle individual, and that's what you know. And that's just from what they see and what they watch. That's not even necessarily from one that they have met. So I mean, we out here doing it, and I just love it. I love it. You said I took my braids down and deep conditioned them during the summit. Girl, yeah, I had to do mine on Wednesday so I could have this hair right when I got there on Sunday. Yes, Winnie, we are out here doing it however that looks for you. If you dating, if you doing a sabbatical from dating, if you married, if your husband is with you, if your significant other is with you, if your significant other is at home while you traveling, if you got kids, if you single, whatever you doing, do you. And it's like, this is a community of do you. It's just like a whole do you boo type community. We're doing it. And I think that is amazing. And that is what I loved about the Exodus community. And that's what kept me coming back. I originally wasn't even going to go to the Exodus Summit in Cancun because the flights were expensive from DR. So I came back to Atlanta. My son stayed in Atlanta with family. And then I went to the summit. And I tell you, I went to the summit and I also went to a real estate convention in Chicago. And both of those things were so life changing for me. They really were. That investment in myself, that investment to invest in the flights, to get the plane tickets, to do the summit, to do the conference. You have to invest in yourself. When you invest in yourself, amazing things will happen. Amazing. Yeah, men in other countries love Black women. That's why I was like, who the hell are you talking to? He talking about, well, I know more men than you do. You know more men in Atlanta. I'm talking about women that's traveled the world for decades. You telling me all these women are out here lying? These men, I mean, they married to these men all over the country and all over the world. All you know is the men that's gathering in Atlanta talking in y'all, wherever it is y'all hang out in Atlanta. I don't want y'all. I don't want y'all. You said there's a group of Black women who are mad at Black men, aka passport men, for leaving too. I feel like these pressed Black men and women should date each other and leave us alone. That part. So he mentioned that too. He said passport men. And I was like, explain passport men. And he was saying that passport men, I guess, are leaving to get women in other countries. I'm like, boo. I said, so you have, I didn't necessarily understand it, because he was also talking about how these men are learning to be high value men. And then you have these women that are learning to date high value men. And I was like, well, can't y'all just all get together and date each other? And then y'all become high value together? I don't know. Maybe it's just me, y'all. I don't know. Like, even with these the passport men, are they looking for the women that are saying the man needs a passport? Or are they the men that go out to like Colombia and DR? Because if you know, like I know about Colombia and DR, the women in Colombia and DR are getting paid for their services. So, yeah, that's what they're doing. They're not doing this because they like him. They doing this because he continues to send money. Now, the money that he sends to the woman in Colombia or the DR is much less. $50, $100 goes a very long way, right? So is that what the passport men are? Shauna says she overlooked the Facebook info. Can you post that again, Anissa? And I agree, they need to leave us alone. They do. They just hating on us. They don't like that we doing other stuff. Yes, I love it. I love it. It was life changing. Oh yes, honey, those flights here are expensive. I just met a man, but he travels and he knows I'm gonna keep it moving and keep exploring. They have such a hard time with that, y'all. Like I travel and I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna find no man because I ain't slowing down no time soon and I'm not stopping and settling. So unless you can move where I move or come and go as I come and go, I don't know that we gonna make it. I don't think so. Because at this point in my life, I'm living for me. I had my daughter when I was 18, raised my daughter. I have a son with special needs. The way I see it, my son may be with me forever. So we might as well start enjoying our life now. It's for me that wait until 18 may not be the same that it is for anybody else. So we're gonna go ahead and enjoy our life. And whoever come along for the ride, they come along for it. They don't come, whatever. I tell people I've been married, I had that beautiful wedding, I've been divorced, I've had kids. It ain't a whole lot that I feel like I'm missing. I'm sorry. And there lies the problem with someone dating me. You said so. Passport men and passport bros claim to be trying to get away from Black women and find wives overseas. Girl, after hanging out with the Dominicans for 6 months, let me tell you, those women are getting the bag. They are. Their bag is just costs less than the American bag. But they be having about 5 or 6 of these passport men. Let me tell you, because these men can't afford, they can't stay, right? So they have to go back and then they send money every month, but they be having them set up like clockwork. So they have different ones coming in and they got different ones coming in and they get in the bag. They are. So I'm like, it is what it is. Yeah, it is. I ain't even mad at you. I'm not mad at you. Do you? Rwanda meetup information. Make sure y'all get that. Philippines also. Miss LGC said Philippines. A lot of men are heading there. Yeah, they're going there too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm like, I know somebody who's married to a Filipino woman, a Black man. And I'm like, boy, honey, do you? You said I'm late to the party. Watch the replay. Make sure you watch the replay and make sure you ding the bell so you know when we go live. We just talking. I'm totally living for me at this point. I just need to obtain the remote position. Now that I got it, I'm out. Right. Yeah. I mean, I've always been a giver. I was a nurse, then I was a nurse, then a nurse practitioner, and I like what I do. I'm actually a psychiatric nurse practitioner. I still work about 2 days a week just because I like what I do, right? Now, if it gets in the way in Africa, I'm just going to have to let that go. But I'm doing what I want to do, how I want to do it, when I want to do it, and and if you can get with that, right, you can get with that, then you go, we can keep it moving. But if you can't, then I can't help you. I can't do anything with that. It is only but so much of me that I'm willing to give at this stage in the game. I feel like we need to be equals. So I always say I feel like I'll probably meet somebody that travels abroad as well. Or y'all, I may get to one of these countries and I decide I don't want to leave. I'll be over there and met me an African king, then became an African queen, honey, put my little crown on. Now I ain't gonna do like old girl and bring him back to the States. That's where she messed up. She brought him back to the States and he ain't know what to do. All these women half naked. We stand right over here. I'm gonna go visit the family in the US and then I'll be back to see you, honey. You stand right here. You talk about, oh, I can get American citizenship. No, ma'am. No, sir. No American citizenship for you. You stay right here, right here. You ain't going to the States. They don't know how to act out there. You get out there and you like, oh, what is this? What is that? And then we got this whole thing. And then you think I'm about to renounce my throne? No, sir. I'm about to stay right here in my kingdom. You're going to stay here in this kingdom and you're going to hold us down in the kingdom. You said the algorithm. What is the algorithm, girl? Tell us about this algorithm. Yeah, you got to get your bag because they're going to get theirs. They're getting theirs. They don't care. You said sounds amazing. I got to figure out how to rework my life. What do you mean you got to figure out how to rework your life? Tell us what that means. Prioritizing my second citizenship. Where are you going to do it at? y'all, people keep saying, why do you want to go to Kenya? Ever since I was a little girl, I have wanted to go to Kenya. Ever since they introduced me to Kwanzaa. I would be honest, y'all remember we were making the mats in Kwanzaa, and you do the red and the green and the black. Y'all didn't do that. I went to a black school. So we celebrated Kwanzaa heavy. We had when we did Black History, we did Black History. Y'all know I was the champion of the Black History Month. So when I was in elementary school. So we were doing, and then we do the little calabra, with the candles, all the little Kwanzaa. I don't know. But ever since then, that's when I found out about Kenya, and I have wanted to go. I had a CNA that worked for me, and he was Kenyan, and he would go back and forth, and he would tell me all about it and how wonderful it was. And I just wanted to go. I don't know. I just feel like I'm gonna get there and I'm gonna end up buying me this whole big mansion for like $100,000. Cause you get hella everything when you leave the States. So versus the 2-bedroom here for 100,000, get this big kingdom, and we're gonna live on this beach. And I mean, I just feel like everything's gonna be wonderful. Now I'm gonna be sad, y'all, if I get there and I don't like it. It's gonna be heartbreaking. Okay, these second citizenships. Utopia's cousin Candace said, I've got my Mexican residency appointment in Raleigh on the 21st. PDC, here I come. Who else had theirs? Was it Shauna? Or who else said that they had their appointment? I think it was Shauna that said she had her appointment from Mexico. And enjoy PDC. Like I said, y'all, if I ain't had no kids, honey, me and PDC, oh Lord, I don't think they would ever see me again. You got to get with that PDC group on the Exodus Summit. I went and I met some of them during the summit. COVID hit and a lot of people got COVID. I didn't, but a lot of people got COVID, so we weren't able to hang out like that. But girl, I hung out by myself and I had a ball. I didn't even want to get on that plane and go home. You said it's easier to get an appointment in Raleigh. Oh, okay. So they talking about their PDC. Okay, yeah, I thought it was you. Y'all can talk. Make sure you get your residency. Utopia's cousin Candace and Shauna. Make sure y'all get that together. It was, I just emailed them and they responded quickly. Okay, she's saying getting it in Raleigh. So yeah, make sure y'all get it together. Do a meetup out there. Don't go out here to these different countries thinking you got to be by yourself. One of my other best friends I met her in Costa Rica. She was from Atlanta too. And both of us met in Costa Rica. I'm telling you, you better make these connections. ATL is rough. Sounds about right. She joined the WhatsApp group. Y'all make sure y'all look at that WhatsApp group they got. You stayed there for a month last summer. Girl, it's a whole hot girl summer in PDC. Utopia's cousin Candace. Okay, so before we leave, y'all, because I told y'all we wouldn't stay for an hour and a half, and we like at an hour and 15 minutes. But I was told in PDC, the men that you dating are the Mayan men. So, Anissa, since you've been there for a month, is that what that is? And what is I don't know, what is it like to date a Mayan man? I mean, inquiring minds just need to know. Not want to know. We need to know. What is that like? Were you dating the Mayan man? Okay. In the meantime, while you deciding if you're gonna answer my question, Utopia's cousin Candace, I'm looking to get into real estate to help fund my move abroad. Do you have a course or challenge coming up? I do. I think I listed it in the description. So I have two. I have the Masterclass coming up. If you already have a property and you're looking to get your first tenant and learn how to properly vet your first tenant. And then if you're looking to buy a property, I have a boot camp coming up. It's 4 weeks. So we meet once a week for like an hour or two, depending on questions. So that's coming up as well. And I have the links in the description so you can register for that. Hey, Lucille, how are you? You said I didn't see any Mayan men in PDC except once in the jungle. I definitely didn't date. That was the problem with PDC. It's a lot of women there. Like, it seemed a lot of fun, but it seemed like it was all women. So I had asked one of the ladies, I was like, who are you dating? Like, I was just like, who are y'all dating here? Because there's a bunch of women there. And she said the Mayan men. She said they're shorter, and they're a little different, but they can be fun. I'm one of those people. I'm all about having fun. When I got a divorce, I said I'm just gonna date whomever. I don't know who I like. Let me see. I dated tall, short, fat, skinny, white, black. I just dated whoever. And from there, I created a mold of who I liked. So you all go out, date the Mexicans, date the Mayans, date whomever floats your boat at that moment, and figure out, do I like this person? There you go. That's it. That's all to it. So simple. She said, I need to hear about these Mayan men. Girl, in that PDC group, they'll tell you that. The fact that I ventured into the jungle, I don't think I want the man out the jungle. I don't know. You, Lucille, you got to catch the replay. It was a lot going on here. Yeah, I don't know about this jungle. You have to tell us about this jungle before we go out there. Yeah, you got to go to PDC. Mm-hmm. Yeah, tune-ups in the States. That's what it sounds like. Variety is the spice of life. I hear that. Variety is the spice of life. Yes, you got to try that out. You said you weren't interested. That was the thing. I don't even think I saw no men in PDC. And if I did, obviously they weren't worth seeing because I ain't even pay no attention. Like, I don't remember seeing one man in PDC. I felt like the ones that did have, like, if there was a man, he was with a woman, so the woman probably made him go there. But I didn't really see any. I was like, wait a minute. So that's the thing. Like, I'm like, we supposed to live here with no men? Like, I may not be ready for marriage, but where these men at? She said to tune up in Mexico City. Well, I'm going to Mexico City, Candace, so I'll let you know if you're going to be tuning anything up in Mexico City. I'll do a live while I'm there. She's the juke joint events. I think so. It was like the rooftop and they did the Afro beats music. I think that was one of them. I'm not sure. Girl, I was such in awe with PDC. I really need more time. I went for a week. I had planned to go back, but I was like, I didn't want to take my son back to PDC because I need hot girl summer in PDC. And if I take my son, I can't be hot girl summer. I got to be mom. And I'm going to be hating on y'all because y'all going to be out there living y'all best life as single women. And I'm going to be like, that there. Right. I'm going to be that person because I'm going to be mad. Because I got to be mama and I can't go to the juke joints. I can't go to the hot girl summer. I can't be in the beach parties. And one of the girls in the PDC group, she was like, well, they got mom groups. I don't want to be in no mom group in PDC. Where they do that at? Like, I ain't trying to be no mama and Playa while y'all up there sipping on Mai Tais, going to the beach party, listening to the music and going to the spa. I don't want to do that. That ain't right. No, y'all ain't about to do that to me. She said there's black men and women at the Wednesday night juke joint. We did. Yep. We went to that. Yep. You said a few black men. PDC is sharing. Girl, I ain't trying to be sharing that. No trust, security issues, dating in these countries. I feel like you're gonna do that man in that country the same way you're gonna do that man in any other country, right? So the same way, I'm just gonna be honest, the same way that man can chop you up here in America, which you probably more likely to happen, that can happen anywhere, right? So you have to basically make sure that you talking to them, you paying attention to your surroundings, you meet them in an area that's safe, you make sure somebody knows where you at. I have an app on my phone. I have another video. Yeah, I have a couple of videos. I have another video where I go over the apps that I have on my phone. And one of the apps on my phone is actually, y'all, I'm gonna look real quick and tell you the name of it. Um, let's see. One of the apps that I keep on my phone is, oh crap, let me see. Because it's a safety app. So I feel like y'all really need to know about that. Trip So I keep Trip on my phone. And basically what Trip is it shows all the trips. So when I do solo trips, especially, I'm very specific about what I put in there. So in my Trip app, it gets my flight, my hotel, all of those different things. And they go to certain people like in my circle. So like my mom, my sister, my daughter, so they know where I'm at. When I'm going to be doing excursions by myself or some things that I may feel like, okay, really want somebody to know where I am, you can actually add it into the Tripit app. And then they will know exactly, like you could put, I'm on this boat at this time, and they know exactly where you are. The other thing I do, I keep my family, what is it called? Another app that knows where I can pinpoint my exact location at anywhere in the world, at any time in the world. Let me find that app for you. I used to use it actually to keep track of my daughter until I realized it was keeping track of me too. So let me find that app and let y'all know what that app is. Uh, let's see. I'm sorry. I wasn't planning on sharing this, so it's not something that I had looked up. But let me find this app. If not, what I'll do is I'll go back and I'll post the app. Like if anybody has an app that follows their kids, it may be that one if you have that. Let me see. Because I've had it for Life 360. It's Life 360. And that particular app will follow you anywhere in the world. So anywhere that you are in the world, that app knows where you are. Um, and that way somebody always knows where you are. So then that way you can make sure that you're safe. So that's kind of that security. And that's not even if you're not going on a date anywhere, I keep it on. I don't ever turn mine off. And the people in my family is my daughter, my sister, and my mom. So we're all in the circle. So they always know where I am, even if I don't update it on Tripit. But my Airbnb, I put in my location, the address and everything. I actually have it set up for my Tripit app that it automatically converts from the email into my Tripit app, and then they get the updates on that email. So that's how I keep that part safe. You still got to be safe. Yeah. Um, she said, I'm getting my butt on this treadmill right now so I can get right for my tropical destinations. Girl, they don't even care. That's the one thing about these tropical destinations. It is come as you are. But you'll lose weight when you get there anyway, because you're going to be walking and you ain't going to be eating all this junk food. So you're gonna lose weight. They doing the HIIT classes. Y'all gonna be y'all gotta meet up so y'all can do the HIIT classes. Yes. But yeah, make sure y'all get those apps. I don't even think about telling people about those apps, but they are very important because you gotta make sure that you're doing what's necessary to keep yourself safe. No matter where you are, whether that's here in the States or whether that's overseas, we gotta be safe, y'all. Um, what else? What else? Anything else we need to talk about or answer? Anything else? Is that it? I think that's it. Y'all got the HIIT membership. I got hurt, so I ain't got no HIIT membership. Um, so All right, y'all. Well, I think we did that. Y'all still did an hour and 30 minutes, but that's okay. We learned a lot. We got our stuff in order. We've talked about what the men like in Playa, Carmen, which we have decided now is non-existent. We got our plans in order. We know what countries, continents we go into. Um, we did it all. We did it all. Thank you. She said, loved you at the summit. Thank you. If somebody asked me about the real estate information, I do have the 2 courses that we talked about, the Masterclass to find your tenant, and then the 4-week boot camp where we're going to go over all those things to learn how to get your first property. So if you attended Exodus, go back on Exodus. There's a coupon code there for you to get 10% off the classes. I offer coaching as well. I do coaching for real estate. I do coaching for women, whether you're single, you have special needs or disabilities, all those different things. So, and like I said, we do a live chat on Tuesdays at 8:45, 9 o'clock. And we talk about all kinds of different things. So it's different topics, and I always post it. So make sure you like, you subscribe, and you ring the bell so you'll get the notifications and you'll know when I go live. So you all have a good night. Ciao, and see you at the next destination. Ciao, ladies.